Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, January 25th, 2019. I'm Fredicia Liburd. Department of Information, Bridging the Gap Between Your Government and You, is the theme for the week of activities to be hosted by the Department of Information in the Nevis Island Administration, beginning Sunday, January 27th to Saturday, February 2nd, 2019. Acting Director of the Department of Information, Judith Descent, spoke about the objective of the week of activities.
And this is to allow the general public to be aware of what it is we do. Because I think it is taken for granted that we are sitting down in the office and waiting for a phone call. That's not what we do. We have editors, as I said, we have writers, we have programmers, and we have different persons doing various things. So this week of activities would be to make people aware of what we're having, what we do, the work we do.
Descent outlined some of the activities that will take place beginning on Sunday.
On Sunday, we will be worshiping at the New Testament Church of God, and that is in Bath Village. On Monday, members of staff will be going to various schools, high schools, and they will be having some interactive chats with students. On Tuesday, we have an open day here at the Department of Information, and we are asking the general public, you can come in. Schools, general public, you can come in. Just ask questions, get to know us, get to know what we do.
On Wednesday 30th, the staff will be engaged in a developmental session hosted by the Ministry of Human Resource. Then on Thursday 31st, a skills training workshop will take place with Malcolm Ramsey, who is also a member of staff. On Friday, February 1st, an activity dubbed Lunch and Learn will take place during the day, where the staff will have a hands-on lesson of various workings of different areas within the department. On Friday evening, the staff will participate in a fun games night. The final activity to culminate the week will be a Safari Island tour with Lime Beach Bar and Tours on Saturday, February 2nd, 2019. Also part of the week's activities, past readers dated back to 1984 will anchor the Nevis Newscast as well as the Nevis Television's sports package. The Department of Information, formerly known as the Government Press and Public Relations Department, began its operations in August of 1984. A handing over ceremony of a lunchroom facility was held today, Friday, January 25th, at the Cecily Brown Integrated School located at Prospect Estate. Minister of Social Development, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, said the facility contributes well to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals.
And this facility that will be handed over today, it fits snugly and very smoothly into the Sustainable Development Goals. And of course, I speak particularly of goals numbers 3 and 4. That's good health and well-being and quality education. Now, it is important that we have healthy meals for our children. Our children are our future. And for them to have well-being, they must have healthy meals. I'm throwing out a challenge that the meals that will be served in our lunchroom for our children here will be healthy and it will be for their well-being. And of course, you cannot learn properly unless you're properly fed. And so goal number 3 goes straight into goal number 4. Because once you have that quality of nutrition, then you'll be able to learn properly.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, took the time to express his thanks to CDB for their assistance.
We are indeed grateful for CDB for putting their money behind projects such as these. Such as these projects where our children will benefit, and the benefit for a long time is always, always welcome, and it is always something that we encourage, because there are things that we can't do on our own, and so we need partnerships. And CDB was kind enough to acknowledge our proposal to come on board with us and to make this a reality. I am indeed thankful and delighted to them.
Permanent Secretary Barrett also took the opportunity to thank all persons on behalf of the Ministry of Education who gave their support. Principal of the Cecily Brown Integrated School, Violet Clark, was also given the opportunity to express her gratitude.
We take our victory lap. You have touched, when you touch this baton, you have played your part. Time will not permit me to tell you every single person that is in this room, but believe me, this baton is for us all. We have won together. All the communities, all the staff, all the persons that have supported, everyone has been thanked. But if you touch this baton, hold it for a second, pass it along, and feel appreciated.
The project, which was constructed by James Hendrickson of Strong Joint Construction, was funded by the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, and the Government of St. Kitts and Nevis through the Social Policy and Sustainable Human Development Unit on Nevis. Chairperson for the National Commission on Universal Health Care, Azila Clark, while appearing on the January 23rd edition of Working for You, said that the funding for universal health care will come from a combination of sources to ensure the sustainability of the coverage. She said that the resources will be a combination of wage deductions, increased and new taxes on lottery, tobacco, alcohol, and sugar-sweetened beverages, and government contributions. The plate of financing includes deductions from every person. This is an opportunity for us to return to a sense of community cohesion, she said. Clark said that the salary deductions for the health care coverage will be mandatory. She also said that individuals will have the choice of whether to keep their existing private insurance or not after the universal health care coverage commences. If you presently have private medical insurance when the national health system is launched, you have to make a determination. If the benefit package offered by the national health care system is comparable or better, then you can choose because you have paid into the national health care system, she said. She noted that contributions will be regulated in legislation and that if there is to be any increase in the rate of pay, it must go through the legislative process. She further stated that forecasting what it will cost the country is important because we must be able to set a rate today that will make it sustainable in the first 3 to 5 years. She said that the cooperation of the public when the medical records scheme is established will be vital and noted that once we have a full epidemiological view of the country, then we will be able to make better projections. A national health care system is the pooling of resources. Just like Social Security, we rely on the principle of solidarity. Those who can pay for those who can't, so the healthy will have to pay for the unhealthy, Clark said. Still to come, females encouraged to participate in free pap smear screenings. The details right after this break.
Trouble, trouble, trouble. Let me go. Everybody come. That one you go mad. We are gonna push forward. I want to hear everybody say ready, ready.
Welcome back. A two-day national workshop on the World Trade Organization WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement TFA is being held at the ICT Center from January 24th to 25th, 2019. The workshop is an initiative geared towards capacity building and knowledge sharing about the agreement. According to Trade Policy Officer Latoya Davis, the ministry is appreciative of the continued technical cooperation with the WTO Secretariat. Davis explained that as red tape poses a burden for moving goods across borders for traders, trade facilitation, the simplification, modernization, and harmonization of export and import processes have therefore emerged as important issues for the world trading system. WTO members forged the Trade Facilitation Agreement to address the matter. The main objective of the Trade Facilitation Agreement is to streamline and substantially remove the red tape and bureaucracy that often slow and impede international trade, thereby significantly reducing both costs and time needed to do business across borders, said Davis. The Trade Policy Officer said the trade facilitation efforts, such as simplifying required paperwork, modernizing procedures, and harmonizing custom requirements, can significantly minimize the cost and time needed to import and export goods. Davis said that it is anticipated that the workshop will instill participants a better understanding of the Trade Facilitation Agreement, provide a review on the various category commitments, and the implementation assistance and support that are available. It's time to end cervical cancer is the theme for the 3rd annual Pap smear screenings hosted by the Health Promotion Unit in the Ministry of Health, to be held tomorrow, Saturday, January 25th, at all health centers on the island. Junior Minister in the Ministry of Health, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, is encouraging women who are sexually active to participate in the screenings.
I am encouraging all women who are sexually active to make it their business to take part of this free screening. And I say free screening. This is the 3rd year, and we are happy that from the statistics, last year we would have seen an increase over the year before. And so this year we want to have an even bigger screening day. I want to make a special appeal to parents. If you have young girls who are deemed sexually active, they too must come. And you are the ones who will have to bring them, especially if they are under the age of 18 years.
Coordinator of Community Nursing Services, Ermin Jeffers, is also encouraging women to take control of their health.
It's time to end cervical cancer. Therefore, I'm encouraging all persons, all women, to come on out on Saturday, the 26th of January, to have their pap smears done at all the health centers on Nevis.
The pap smear screenings will commence at 8 a.m. and will run until 11 a.m. Prior to having your pap smear done, women are encouraged to avoid having sexual intercourse for 72 hours, avoid douching or using any vaginal medicines or spermicidal foams, creams or jellies for 24 hours, and do not take a pap smear during your menstrual period, preferably 1 week after completion of your menstrual period. That's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Stilibert. Thank you for viewing.